Okay, what we're looking at here is the weekly of silver. We can see that the low of last week, or this week, earlier this week, was lower than the lowest low of the previous 3 weeks. That's a break in trend, and so we can maybe expect silver to go lower. We definitely don't want to be long yet until the highest high of any of the given week is higher than the previous 3 weeks. So next week silver would have to touch the 1450 level in order for the trend to be reversed. So let's take a look at the daily. Take a look at the daily chart here. We had a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. We might get up to a higher high, but we do have to pass the 14. We have to get above this level for it to be a higher high and a trend resume. Right now the trend is broken officially by this right here. So we won't be going long till after 1450. We're going to stay neutral. It depends. If it moves sideways for a while, then the buy signal will be much lower, because if the next 2 or 3 weeks is low down here, then the next buy signal will be maybe 1350, maybe even 13 bucks. So we'll expect that to drop as time goes on. And let's take a look at gold today. Yeah, here's the daily gold. Gold is actually has a score of 100. The quarterly, the monthly, the weekly, and the daily all point upward. So this is actually a better buy than gold is. I mean, a better buy than silver is. The trend did not break here. It would have had to come down below this, and it didn't. So the trend is still up. Today's high was higher than the previous 3 daily highs. So this is a buy signal today. If you wanted to go long gold, this would be the time to go long. I don't really like the volume, and I don't like the supply and demand line. This is the demand, this is supply. I really like this bar to be over this one for a real strong signal. The relative strength is above 50, which is good. So I'd say this was about probably about a 50% chance that gold will move higher from here next week. 50% chance is enough. All you need is a 1% chance it can go higher, so 50% is not bad. So the trend won't be broken unless we come back down to 88. That's another thing I wanted to mention about silver. You can see down here, I've been wanting to show you this. This is where I bought before I did YouTube. It came up and touched 1150, then it came up and almost touched it again, then it came up and almost touched it again. And since I know there's no such thing as a triple top, this was resistance here. I knew as soon as it touched 1150, again, it was going to break through, and this is what we did on heavy volume. It was supply and demand. The blue was over the red. That means demand was stronger than supply, and this line was way over the relative strength, way over 50. This is the strongest buy signal I've seen this year. And look what it did after that. Confirmation day here, and it went straight up like a rocket. So that's what we're looking for set up again. We're looking for the demand to curl up above the supply. We're looking for this to start increasing over 50, and we're looking for this to stay above the 18-day moving average right here. And if it gets above the 1450 line, that's going to be a 100% buy signal. So let's look at about a little bit of gasoline too. Here's the gasoline ETF UGA. I bought a little bit more today. I think it's just going to kind of hold them. You can see $24 is the resistance here. Went up to it once, twice. Hasn't gone up really up to it, almost up to it 3 times. But you know, if it had touched 24 here, it would have gone up higher, because it would have been the 3rd time it visited this level. So I know as soon as it touches 24, it's going to take off again. And this is gasoline. Supply and demand are rising, and relative strength is above 50. So gas is looking good. So another one I want to keep track of is water. Water's still getting beat up real bad. We're going to be out of that until it turns up, until the trend turns up. Also food, corn, wheat, soy, and sugar. This is getting beat up pretty bad right now too, but you know, we all know food's going to be turning around, and when it does, we'll be there waiting. I wanted to show you this stock, AutoZone. I think this is AutoZone. Now look at this stock, 155 bucks in the age is crazy. Let me go back to the quarterly. Quarterly, we're on buy signal, because right here, or even right here, higher than the highest previous 3 quarters. That's the monthly. look at the monthly. We're on a buy signal. We're actually on a buy signal right here. We had a buy signal last quarter, or last month, because this monthly high was higher than the previous 3 months. So that's 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4. And the weekly is a real strong buy. Let's see, we came down here. The first weekly was right here, and we've been on a buy ever since. So the weekly is strong, and I don't have to show you about the daily. This stock has a 100% score in this kind of an economy, AutoZone. I don't know why. I haven't really looked into it yet, but this is the example of when we want to be in silver and gold. When it's just coming up like this. This is a 1-year chart. We want to be in when it's above the 18-day moving average, and it's moving up on the quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily. The stock is going to go higher from here. So that's all I have to say today. I'm going to be putting together a video for DaVinci J. Fiend for his little contest he's having. I saw the front runners video, and it looked really good. I'm going to try and beat that. I think it ends May 31st. So I think I got some time. It seems like everybody wants to give this guy the reward now, so I'm going to see. I'm going to see when it ends, and stay tuned. I'm going to do another one on Sunday night. So I'll talk to you then.